Hey, what's up, and welcome again to the Money and Velli podcast. I'm your co-host Velli, and today I'm going to be going over how to navigate Robinhood. So, let's get into it. Now, to start off, I know within the podcast we always talk about where the best place to invest in, or where to start investing, or platforms to look at when it comes to stocks and a few of them cryptos as well. And one of the platforms I always mention is Robinhood. I think Robinhood is pretty good, especially if you're starting off, you're a beginner, you're new to this. I think I would recommend Robinhood. Are there other platforms you can use that are better? Yeah, like TD Ameritrade. They're very good. There's a few other ones I can't name off the top of my head, but just for ease of use and for it being beginner friendly, I would recommend Robinhood. Now, like I said earlier, I'm going to be going over how to exactly navigate Robinhood and talking about the aesthetics of Robinhood. Now, I'm on the laptop for this. It's going to look slightly different on your phone, but it's essentially the same thing. Now, when you first sign up for Robinhood, one of the things you need are your license, social security, and your bank account. It might be a couple other things, but it's been so long since I've signed up for it. I couldn't tell you. You can check it out on YouTube. There's a few videos of how to sign up and all the processes to go through it. But let's hop back into this. Your page first starts up, this, as Robinhood calls all this, will be your portfolio, not this right here. Just everything in general is your portfolio. I have it. I have the screen slightly dropped down because me personally, I don't like showing what's exactly like what stocks I hold and how much I actually have in holding. That's a personal thing. Anybody can do your own thing. You can show your portfolio if you want to. That's cool too. Just me personally, I don't like to show what I have in my bag. That's just the type of person I am. I might show a couple stocks I hold, but as far as like everything in general, what I hold and how much everything is worth, I never show that. Maybe far, far in the future, but definitely not right now. I never show what I have. That's just a personal thing for me. But usually above this, it'll tell you how much everything is worth and what's the current price of it. Well, not the current price of just how much it's worth, regardless if the stock market is up or down. What's the current price of everything and what it's worth, what you have in your portfolio. And then this is basically showing you a graph of how it is. Sorry for the loss of words. But just like how the chart shows for the price of a stock, it's showing you your portfolio, how it's been doing basically over a certain period of time. Is it doing well? Is it doing bad? Is it matching the market? It's just showing you how it looks. Right now is really nothing, you know, to get hype over. But this is just showing you for one day. There's different time frames on Robinhood. This is how it looks over 1 week. You know, it's like I was up, down, up. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not as active as I want to be. I'm just purchasing at this point. It's 1 month, 3 months. Here, this was a kind of a bad time, but slowly getting back up. And then, so on and so forth. But let's go back to the one day. Anyway, when you look over here to your right, again, above this, I'll show one. Everything up will show what you have in your portfolio. And what I mean by that is, what shares are you holding? Are you holding Twitter? How many shares of Twitter are you holding? If you have Apple, how many shares of Apple are you holding? All of this is going to be shown in this little toolbar here. Now, here I have MMAT. I had 10 shares of it. Only reason is that much because it's still not much, is too much is known about it. Again, could blow up, could not. I did some research into it. And just to be on the safe side, I only bought 10 shares of it. It wasn't worth that much. I said it's only 10. If I lose however much I put in, I'm cool with that 'cause it wasn't much in the first place. But anyway, and then here you can have a created list. The options watch list is something different. That's for like when you actually have option contracts running and they're active. That's what that option watch list is for. Everything else you can create. Like, I'm not sure if crypto's to watch, but as far as like see how it says STCK, I create as stocks. FOPTS was just the abbreviation for me, future options, which for me it meant future stocks I wanted to look at to trade options. And then here, like my first list things I keep an eye on, regardless if it's for options or passive investing. So we'll click down on it. You'll see I have SPY, the Qs, Apple, and it just goes down. I have plenty of them. Those just that's not what I exactly have. That's things I'm looking at. Some that I do have in my portfolio, or some I've traded some option contracts with, or like I said, just things I'm looking into to investigate later on. And as you scroll down, trending list. All this is it gives categories for the stocks. You want to look at cryptos, you'll click on this. Um the 100 most popular companies right now, daily movers, um technology, cannabis. If you want to go into more, hit show more. See energy and water, healthcare, businesses, real estate, automotive. a- Like again for automotive, anything that has to do with automotive, Snap on, um, Ford, Chevy, Volkswagen, and then anything that literally has to do with automotive would be within this category. Think of it as like genres. Same thing from software. Oh, let's go with banking. BB&T, Truist, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. All those would be in the banking sector. Healthcare, Primera, all the other ones I definitely cannot name. I never pay attention to them like that, which I should start doing. Will be in the healthcare sector, so on and so forth. Then scroll down more, you'll see news, just daily news about any of the stocks, the important ones, the ones that's making the biggest noise, or just ones people have their eyes on, or just anything newsworthy about them, like this one. Volkswagen hopes to take Porsche public at 85 billion. It's pretty big news. Volkswagen, it looks like they're looking to buy Porsche. Of course, I could be wrong about the buying part. 'Cause like I said, this is my first look at that. I just saw this news. So, but it looks like they could be purchasing Porsche in some way or form. That's pretty big news. Anybody in the automotive industry, so that could be important for them to look at. And like I said, all this just tells you the news. Daily movers right here. The stocks making the biggest moves today. It tells you. You can hit show more and it'll show you more. And it'll just tell you the daily movers. Let's tell you here's the ticker symbol, the price of that share within the company, how much is up or down percentage wise, and the market cap. Thing like the market cap is how much that company is actually worth. More news. You can go to Yahoo. This is basically all your news as you scroll down. And that's all that is. Now, over here to your right, the top right, you have rewards, portfolio. Technically, portfolio is what we are in right now because showing the stocks, watch list, all that stuff. Cash, how much cash you have, notifications, account. I won't go into that. Oh, yeah. How can I forget this buying power? Buying power essentially is exactly what it says. How much buying power I have to purchase any of the stocks, shares, cryptos, whatever the case is. Right now, I only have $5 in this account. That's not how much my stocks are worth, or whatever cryptos I hold them I'm worth. Excuse me. It's not showing how much all of my stocks and cryptos and holdings are worth. It's just showing how much money I have on hand to buy something, which is only $5. I usually, yeah, anybody can do it on their own time frame. There's no specific way you can do it. There's no right or wrong way. I just do it typically every Friday, every other Friday, when my paycheck drops. After I pay all my bills, stuff like that, I'll check to see how much I want to spend, and I'll chip some of that into here. So I think earlier a few days ago, I bought everything I wanted. So now I'm only left with $5. So that's what the buying power is. So right now, we'll search something up. Of course, you got your search bar. You don't have to type in the ticker symbol, just type it in as you know it. We can just use Snap as an example. Snap is for Snapchat. Only one thing pops up. Snap. And here is showing you everything about Snap. It's just like the your portfolio in the beginning, showing you how it's doing over one day, where it's at. This is where it started off in the morning, how it went up, and this is where it's currently at, $12.41 at 2:10 p.m. This is it over a week, 1 month, 3, a year. See, it's been going down since September of last year. It's just been in a downtrend, and this is Snap over 5 years. Now, this is over 5 years. This is showing back from what, September of 2017, when it was worth like what, 12, $15. Yeah, woohoo. And this is back of September of last year when it was worth like $74. Like I said, it shows you over 74. I mean, it shows you over 5 years. As you scroll down more, it'll talk about the actual company, the CEO, employees, headquarters, when it was founded. It gives you like a brief description. You can show more, but like I said, it gives you a brief description of what Snap is, the statistics, the market cap, the high today, basically how much the highest price that the share shot up to. What was the highest it has been today, which was $12.68. The low for the day, the lowest the price ever went, $11.30. 52-week high, what was the highest Snap has been over the entire year? $83. What's the lowest it's been over the year? $9. And then opening price, that's the price of, because remember, the stock market in the US is open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. So when it says the opening price, what was the opening price as soon as the markets opened up? $11.57. The volume, 63 million shares moving. The average volume is 60. So it's a little more today, but this is just the average. It's still around the average, so everything's fine. And down here, if you scroll more, it'll tell you about news about Snap. And here's the analyst ratings. This is giving you more statistics about the company as far as from a investor viewpoint. So here, from the analysts, 34% would buy, 58% would hold. And what holding means, if you already have some shares of Snap, just hold on to it. Don't buy anymore, and don't necessarily sell the shares you actually have. Just hold on to it. Just sit and wait. And then 7% would sell. Let's say the bulls. Remember, the bulls want the market basically to go up. They want stocks to go up, stocks to go down. They rather have the market on the downside. The bulls tell you what they think and what their information tells them, and the bears will tell you what they think and what their information tells them. And then you go down even more, it'll tell you their earnings and what's the value of the company, or not company, but the value of that stock. What's the fair value of it? And here's their quarterly earnings, all right here. And down below, you see this right here. This goes into more of anybody that does options trading. If you're just doing normal trading stocks and just holding, you won't necessarily see this down here unless you actually bought the stock. Me, I only traded options for it. That's the only reason you see this. But to give you an example, because in a previous episode, I think when I talked about the news of Snap, I recall talking about how I used to trade Snap. And here's a few trades or the history of those trades. So what it says right here, Snap, this what do you call it? The strike price was $66.05. I placed a put. That means I was essentially betting that it was going to go down. I bought it at $173. Now below it, it says one contract at $1.73. Please, please, please do not be fooled by that if you see it. I'll probably cover it on another episode, actually showing you. But when it says a contract at $1.73 or 53 cents, do not get fooled by that. Remember, a contract is worth 100 shares. This is saying that $1.73, that's saying each share is worth $1.73 within this contract. Now there's 100 shares within a contract. So that $1.73 is actually $173. So the best way I do it is whenever I see, like, say the one wasn't right there, say it looked like 73 cents, just remove the decimal, $73. $1.73, remove the decimal, it's $173. That's how I used to remember it. But do not get fooled by that, thinking that that one contract was worth $1.73. Oh, it's only worth $1.73. I'm going to buy like 20 contracts. You're going to end up seriously messed up if you do that. Please do not do that. Just always remember that. It's saying each share is 173. I'm sorry, each share is worth $1.73. But there's 100 shares within the contract, so it's $1.73 per share. So anyway, like I said, this is the history. I basically was betting that Snap would drop in price. So I bought a contract saying that it's going to basically drop at this certain time around this certain amount. You see where it says canceled? That's when I was in the middle of a trade. I wasn't sure should I sell at this point in time. So instead of initiating the sale, I canceled it and it'll show up in your history. And I guess it was a good thing I did cancel at that time because that contract I bought that was worth $173 ended up being over $400. Now that's just because I guess I played the cards right. I looked at the market, everything worked out for me. I stuck to my plan. Now I still would have made a profit. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, I would have made a profit around right here. But again, going against sometimes my better judgment, I stuck on a hold. After it hit the area I wanted it to, instead of getting out, I decided to stay. That doesn't mean that always works because I have better examples of me doing that same thing and I paid for it dearly. But I was well above what I wanted to make. And even if it did went sideways, I still would have made a profit regardless. So it wasn't necessarily me taking a loss. I had already well went past what my projected return was. So I just wanted to see how far I can go. If it shows any signs of making a turnaround, I would just get out the trade. And like I said, I still would have made a profit. But that's beside the point. That's what this shows. Um, what else? And see how it says related list and everything. Let's go to software. I'll ignore that. This is one of the sectors, and it's showing you everything that's related to software. Apple is technology, software. Microsoft. Alphabet is Google. And remember, yeah, Google is split. So you have Class C and Class A. Amazon, Meta platforms, which would be Facebook, Tencent. There's just plenty of others. Anything that has to do with software. And I want to look up something else real quick. Let's do We'll do automotive. And like I said, anything that has to do with automotive is within that list. Tesla, Toyota, BYD company. Not sure what that one is. Volkswagen, Illinois Tools Work, Ford Motor, O'Reilly Auto Parts. Even though it's not a car manufacturer, they have tools primarily based around automotive, oil, um, ratchet tools, light bulbs, parts for your cars. Anything that has to do with the car is in automotive. AutoZone, same thing. Bridgestone, plenty of others. Um, I think that's about it for this video. I hope this little information helped you navigate Robinhood better and gave you some insight to some questions you might have had before. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.